And so what I wanted to talk about is the first piece of low-hanging fruit for a new year, new you. And I'm putting this into practice right now. Just sent 2 messages out. And I got 3 more to send. The first thing I want to talk about in 2019 is that the people that surround you matter the most. People that surround you matter the most. People that you listen to matter the most. People you talk to, that you pour into, matter the most. Too often my athletes come to me and their stress is because the man or the woman they live with is not a good person. That the family is not good people, don't have their best interest at heart. That their coworkers are not good people, but that's who they spend the most time with because they're there 8, 10, 12 hours a day. And that negative energy is what's drawing them away from the gym, or again, gym is not life, kids. So drawing them away from a healthy lifestyle. Meanwhile, if you had been here on Tuesday, when we took on the Hero Wall Chad Wilkinson, which, by the way, we had 60 people come through, including Joel and myself, taking on 1,000 step-ups for time on a 20-inch box, which is insane. And then about 10 of y'all wore weight on top of that, which I did not. I did not need the extra weight. As I told everybody, my ass is big enough to count as a weight vest. Something magical, like literally magical, happened. The 8:30 a.m. class was comprised of, I think that class had 19 people with Joel doing it. And I think I had 5 a.m. athletes in that class. As the athletes began to finish, the 5 a.m. people most of the first to finish in that class were from the 5 a.m. class. Coincidence, and just whatever. But what was interesting to me was there's a gentleman, Brian Gamble, who this will not surprise anybody. Sorry, camera difficulties. So Mr. Gamble's in the 8:30. Mr. Gamble finishes the step-ups. Brian did wear a bag, 45 pounds, and as you know, Mr. Gamble moves really well. Mr. Gamble finishes, and Kelly, I think, and I forget the order, but basically 2 of the 5 Mers had already finished. Brian then finishes, and then I think 2 others finish in the corner. Well, Brian then basically sends out the 5 a.m. bat signal and is like, all right, let's finish the hour, because they had finished at 48, 50, somewhere around there. So they had 10 more minutes to the hour. Again, the assignment was 1,000 step-ups. It's plenty. 500 step-ups, plenty. Like, if you're hearing this, you don't do CrossFit, like, go do 500 step-ups. Plenty. And without question, the 4 that had planned on being done, that had already sat down, had already relaxed, when he said, all right, and he didn't have to employ, like, he was standing at his box. He's 30 feet away from a couple of them. He was like, hey, to the end of the hour. They hop up and they go. Why did this stand out to me? It stood out because that's a positive influence on each other. There wasn't even an eye roll. And to be fair, it doesn't always work that way. There's some times where they'll finish a workout during the 5 a.m. class, and it's a burner. And then Brian's like, hey, guys, want to go run a 1,000 meters? Whatever he comes up with that day. And on some days, it's not people like, hey, man, I just worked out really hard. But it caught me because they just did it. They just did it. And it doesn't matter that they're from 5M. It doesn't even matter who the actual athletes in the story are. What matters is you can have an environment like that as well. You know awesome people. You know people that want the best for you. Spend more time around them. Take them to coffee. Take them to lunch. Let them be the ones you text. No, you won't be able to text them the same shit that you text your shitty friends. But that's the point. We play down to our competition. You hear me say that all the time with workouts. We move light barbells like they're super fucking heavy, and not in a good way. You know, a great weightlifting coach, and I don't know who to give credit to, but a great weightlifting coach once said, you move the light bar like it's heavy, so you can move the heavy bar like it's light. Well, that's not what they meant. They didn't mean that you struggle with the empty bar or you go slow with the empty bar. They meant you attack it. Same with a workout. If you perceive workout to be easy, sometimes we loaf. Sometimes we just kind of cruise, you know. We don't lean into it. And it's friendships the same way. The people we lower our level to the common denominator. What is that in math? Lowest common denominator. So basically we go like, okay, where's my group of friends the same? Oh, gossipy bitch asses. Okay, that's me now. And you find yourself having conversations in those circles that you would never have with people that you look up to, or you would never have with people that you aspire to be. And so be done with them. Or, and this is the other part, this is what they don't tell you on social media. Maybe it's you. Doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you've gotten away from who you are. Maybe you are the reason that everybody gossips when y'all are together. Maybe you're the one that starts the gossip. I don't know. It's none of my business. I just know that if we make an effort in 2019 to improve, which everybody, we want to be new year, new me, right? If we focus on the people that are around us, I think we immediately see a return on that investment. Your interactions can be more meaningful. Like your social interactions. Instead of going out on New Year's Eve and getting so hammered because you don't really care about your friends. Like, and I remember this from college, man. I don't drink anymore. But I had to get sober. I had to. It's not your story. Yeah, I don't know why alcohol is like legal. Like, well, it can be legal, but like I don't know why it's so socially accepted. Like it's a drug that like kills you. It's slowly killing you. It's killing you. But that's neither here nor there in this conversation. Drink. Do whatever you want. I had to quit. Kept going to jail. Kept ending up in bad spots. I had to quit drinking. But I do remember when I was drinking. And I remember when I was around people that I really loved being around, I was less likely to be drinking. And that's a little too simplified. But there were times that we would be out to eat, and I was the type of drinker, I didn't drink every day. It was just that when I did drink, like if you're going to choose to drink, then you're going to choose to drink. But when I was with the people that like I looked up to, the people that I like admired what they were doing, I wasn't going to be the ones like, all right, let's get drunk. Because I didn't feel like I needed that. But if I was like with who I was calling my friends at the time, and hey, some of them turned out to be great guys, great women, but at the time we're all a bunch of shitheads, a bunch of 20 from really 18 to 26, all a bunch of shitheads. Just now we'll say like in all our biographies, if anybody were ever read again, we'd be like, we're just trying to get by, we're just young and dumb. No, we're a bunch of shitheads. We were trying to find the easy way to connect. We're trying to find the easy way, and so alcohol was the easy way. Instead of having to drink and get drunk and fall over and be embarrassing and not live a life you're proud of because that's the only way for you to have fun, quote unquote, I believe that if you double down on making meaningful connections with people you aspire to be and people that you look up to, that you will find you have to use less energy to get more meaning out of those connections, out of your social interactions. I think it'll also serve to build us up. And so maybe that's it. Maybe there doesn't need to be anything else said. Maybe I can leave it at, in 2019, my first thought and the first thing that I went to when I said I'm unhappy with where I'm at right now, I'm unhappy that I don't feel I've evolved recently enough. I love the idea that I'm not the same as I was 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. If you meet past Ben, if you meet Ben from even a day ago, I'm completely different. And I love that. And it's not always a positive evolution. Sometimes I regress. Sometimes I pick up old habits or new habits that are not beneficial. But I love that I'm different. I'm not the same person. You're not going to talk to me and be like, oh, yeah, that's the same way you would have spoke in 2012 or in 2008 or in 1999. And so I want to change. I want to continue to evolve. We got one life, and I don't know about you. You've heard me say this, but it's as the time goes by, days go by faster and faster. We get one chance. So in this effort to find where minimum effective dose, that's a Ferris thing. Like where's the juice worth the squeeze? Where can I start? I know that diet's not the way for me. I know that I could hop on Whole30, but then as soon as Whole30's over, I'm going to be like, well, I'm not going to do this rest of my life, and so I'm going to go back, and then there you go. I know, and nothing against Whole, like, go for it. What a great program. Autoimmune Protocol, like, it's such a good program. It's not a quick fix, okay? That's the mistake. I know that going, I'm going to work out 30 times in 30 days. It's not my thing, man. It's not my thing. It's not. Doesn't get me going, doesn't get me excited. What excites me is connection, because it's what I've removed myself from a lot, unintentionally, back to lulling yourself into it. And so in 2019, I'm going to connect with people, and I'm going to have meaningful interactions. I'm going to be very intentional about how I spend that energy. No, you're not going to now see me out a bunch. You're still going to be able to make the jokes about how I don't go out. But what you're not going to be able to say is that I'm not out there meeting people and spending time with quality individuals. And I want the same for you. And a great place to start, and things that some of y'all and people that don't watch this, people that don't listen but are training as athletes here have already done, there are what I can tell will be lifelong friends groups that have formed here. We have many of them. Every gym's got a few where it's like, wow, those 5 people really bonded. We have quite a few that I have no doubt will last a really long time. And so I bring that up because if you don't know where to start, and you're not wrong. If right now you go, I can't think of a person that I would consider a healthy connection for me right now. Don't be ashamed by that. Although we are responsible for our lives, there's so much noise out there that when someone finds themselves in a bad spot, it's not really their fault. It's their fault for settling. It's their fault for playing the victim. It's their fault for not changing, not wanting to change. But just as the only rule in this gym is that you try. You don't have to be good. You have to be good. You don't have to know anything. That's silly. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be strong. You just have to have a good attitude and try. Can't be a negative influence on anybody. Those are the rules. That's the rule. That's it. Maybe be on time. Maybe pick up after your kids and blow out the dog hair if you bring a dog. Couple rules. But in terms of you just have to try. That's it. So don't feel bad if you're like, man, I don't know anybody. Start here. Start here. There are so many amazing people in this gym that would love to go to coffee with you, love to go get lunch, love to start a Saturday brunch date, whatever. Okay? Joel and myself included. All right? Start here. Like-minded individuals just trying to be better than average. That's it. Because we know that there's more to life, and we know it's the only one we got. All right? Okay. That was it. Probably do this again tomorrow. We'll see. Trying to get some videos and stuff up on the YouTube channel as we do January bingo here at Black Wolf. They're going to start signing that box off, and I don't want just a bunch of old stuff on there. But I'm thinking about doing a video a day, but not the vlog anymore. That didn't really work. Not that interesting. And I'm still a little mad right now. Like madness, mad, not angry mad. Things aren't. It's a little, I probably already used the word nonsensical today, but like my brain is still a little nonsensical when it comes to business, so I don't think I'm the greatest to stare at on a camera. First of all, I'm not nearly photogenic enough for that. But until I get more of a feel for how that should go, I just felt like it was getting to be like, hey, look, I did this today. It's a little braggy. Felt weird. And weird stuff to brag about. So instead, I think we'll do a video a day, and we'll just start with like low-hanging fruit for the new year. The problem with New Year, New Me is it's like sweeping changes. I haven't worked out in a year, so starting January 1st, I'm going to work out every day for 6 months. Whoa. What are the chances of that happening? So, low-hanging fruit, minimal effective dose, big-ass returns. That's what we're going to see. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see if this works. Have a lovely, lovely day.